Hello and welcome to the Tech Guys. I can't remember the name of our own show occasionally, where everything's made up and the points don't matter. If we're not on air next week, it's because we got sued.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Jim Carrey will care.
Drew Carey?
Drew Carey.
Jim Carrey.
Well, how?
I don't think Jim Carrey will.
Jim Carrey won't care.
Yeah. But if Drew Carey calls, then we should care. What are we going to do this week on the show?
We're going to talk about tech.
Yeah.
Specifically Apple stuff right now, basically.
That's pretty.
Because that's kind of the main thing that's happened over the last week.
It's a pretty big week for Apple technology all over.
Yes.
Mavericks, iPad Air, Retina MacBook Pro 2.0.
Yeah.
Controversy?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah.
What kind of controversies are we hearing?
That it's not going to have a built-in, well, not a dedicated graphics card is what I've heard. The new 15-inch model will not have one.
I think you're right. Now, what about, let's hang on a sec. I think we took a step too far.
We're all running OS Mavericks now.
Mm-hmm. I've been running it for a few months. You guys have had it for a few days. What do you think?
I love it, especially multi-screen editing now. I can finally do that a lot better on my from my laptop and then screen edit at home, multiple screens.
Well, you mean with AirPlay, right?
Not with AirPlay, no. I just have an HDMI cable.
Oh, okay.
Because mine still has the HDMI port, my Retina MacBook.
So all you're doing is comparing. You're just sending out the multi-screen handling.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And actually, for those wondering at home how we power the monitors that are behind us, we're using macOS Mavericks to power that with Apple Keynote. So.
And is that done by AirPlay or is this hardwired?
That's done by AirPlay, actually.
Yeah.
That way we can throw an iPod or whatever we want it
Yep.
there. So
Yep.
the idea is usability. But other thoughts on OS X Mavericks? What else is there? What's the best feature you've been using, Ben?
I'm still on Lion.
You're still, oh, that's right. We have to get you upgraded.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll get you there. Don't worry. One step at a time. Ben's a little bit nervous that Chrome wouldn't work in Mavericks.
Well, the only problem that I've had with Mavericks so far is that it actually wiped out my NetBeans, which is my programming integrated development environment. And I haven't been able to figure out how it works, but it's not a huge deal. I've just had to use a different computer when I program for now. And then it's actually gotten me to switch over to Safari.
Safari.
I've always been a Chrome user. I've always been a big Google Chrome user, and I've actually switched over to using Safari as my primary browser now with the update.
Same here. Have you noticed any weird issues with the new version of Safari, Safari 7.0?
I haven't noticed any weird issues. Have you, or?
Yeah, actually, well, being that my major is web design, I do notice a lot of little things.
I'm sure you do.
One of the big things was actually Safari 7's integration with the extensions has changed. And so if you use AdBlock and you have the enable speed boost technology in Safari for AdBlock, it's an experimental feature. But in Safari 7, it completely broke it. So, or it completely broke Facebook, I should say.
So content just wouldn't show itself, or?
It would sometimes load, sometimes it wouldn't. I think it was causing an infinite loop to occur occasionally. At least that's what the code said. So.
And that's exactly why I'm still on Lion.
Oh.
Because I don't upgrade as soon as possible because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, I don't think that way. I guess I think if it ain't broke, let's try and break it.
Because on my iPad, I have around 60 apps installed on my iPad, and I have 59 updates available in the App Store because I downright refuse to update my apps. It works exactly the way it is. Why should I update? I mean, give me one good reason why I should update.
Where's your sense of adventure been?
Yeah, Ben.
That was killed off when I started working at 3 a.m.
You gotta start watching some Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah.
That'll get your sense of adventure back.
Should we get him a hat and a bullwhip?
Yeah, next thing we'll know, he'll be climbing Menard Hall's side or something.
Yes.
I've seen all the Indiana Jones movies. Maybe the whip would work in the hat.
You'd have to watch them again. Get a fedora hat for you.
Yeah. Not
We'll
in
work
brown
on
though.
that. Not in brown.
Not in brown.
What color? What color?
Black.
Black. We'll add that to your character in the background. That'll be pretty intensive. Mavericks.
I can't say.
You can't say.
I'm happy with it.
You're happy with it?
I mean, just being able to do multiple screens alone is great for me.
That's pretty big. I have a weird bug in Mavericks. Whenever I use expose, or not expose, it's called mission control. Whenever I use mission control, it actually completely crashes. So,
Really?
Oh.
yeah, really, it force quits the entire operating system, so it sends it back to the login page.
Was that doing that for you while you were still in the beta?
Yeah, it's been doing it the whole time.
Oh.
So I'm guessing it's just because I have a Retina MacBook Pro, and it only does it when I only have my Retina MacBook Pro, and I have standard monitors that aren't high DPI. It works like normal, so I'm assuming that's because of the display.
Maybe being 2 model years behind is a good thing.
I don't know about that. I like this machine. But
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over my machine not crashing on me inexplicably.
My machine isn't crashing right now, Ben.
I don't have
I'm
my
running
machine.
I'm running a very similar machine.
speaking of things that are crashing,
Yes. Or on the note of updating isn't always best.
yeah.
Because over the on the latest Apple event, Apple released new Retina MacBooks, and you would think it'd be a good thing, but it's not. They released new Retina MacBook Pros, and you think everything's going to be new and better, but it was actually a step backwards. Because if you look on the website, you'll see that something's amiss. While yes, they did make the new ones cheaper. Here on the website. Now, if you scroll down to the 15-inch ones, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, it is $200 cheaper, but
Where's the DGPU?
exactly, where's the dedicated graphics? I'm paying $2,000 for a computer. Where's the frickin' graphics card? Yes, it's got integrated graphics, but I want dedicated stuff.
Mine has DGPU.
And I'm not going to pay $600 just to get a dedicated graphics card. What's up with that?
The GT750M only offers about a 5% to 10% graphics boost too. So, but I think that pretty much sums up the new Retina MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we're going to have more on the iPad Air, so stay tuned. I like my Retina MacBook Pro.
I do too.
That one's
Yeah.
good.
Welcome to SUTV News.
Welcome to SUTV News.
Welcome to SUTV News.
SUTV News is a production of the Bison Information Network, North Dakota State University's student-run television station. We promise to bring you all the latest news and sports from the campus of North Dakota State University. Watch SUTV News on Cable 1 Channel 14, brought to you by Stop and Go.
Hey, I'm Mariah, and I'm at Bus because not only does it save me money, but with 20 different routes, it makes getting around Fargo much more convenient. I'm at Bus. Do you?
Welcome back. I think we're going to talk about some iPad Airs coming up here. iPad Airs
Yes,
and
sir.
Retina MacBook Pros. Or not Retina MacBook Pros, Retina iPad Minis.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's the stuff we want. So, what do we think? We'll start out with the iPad Air, I guess.
Yeah, that seems to be the big thing everybody's talking about, and Apple's even put it on their homepage as of right now.
Yep. That's like the big one that they want to push.
Yeah.
So we have iPad Minis, iPad Airs.
So it's like a regular sized iPad, but it's more mini-fied in a sense. It takes on the form factor and the widened or narrowed sides, that kind of design, but it's the normal sized iPad.
Yep.
Larger.
And it also comes in 2 new colors. One's the space gray color that they've
The
been marketing.
grayscale that they had on the iPad, and then I'm guessing the champagne or the gold one, as they called it, with the iPhones, or what?
Oh,
is
maybe
it?
was it 3? No, I think it is just white and black. Yeah.
No,
Just-
it's just it's
They're
just white
just
and black.
sticking to their standards.
Yep.
Okay.
But the iPhone 5S comes in gold, white, and black. So
Yeah.
your choice. But aside from the form factor, screen resolution stayed the same.
Yep.
It's a pretty classic Apple product. I think that they're going more for the user experience again here. They didn't put in the fingerprint scanner.
Touch
though.
ID.
Touch ID, yeah. What do you think of that?
I was quite disappointed about that. I was looking forward to having Touch ID on my, well, it's a bit presumptuous now, but I'm planning on replacing my iPad 2 with an iPad Air.
Yep.
And I was really looking forward to it. Yeah, I assumed it's a brand new Apple product, so of course it's going to have the latest and greatest, but nope. It's leaving out the one feature I was looking forward to the most.
Well,
Touch
think
ID.
about how much that Touch ID adds to thickness, though.
I don't care. I don't care about thickness or weight.
I know.
Apparently.
But Apple
But-
does, and they always care about thickness and weight and stuff like that.
True. I mean, it's 20% thinner than the previous generation. But think of it this way: the previous 2 generations were thicker than the second generation iPad.
Yeah.
So
But they were even better than the last one. That's what made it worth it. That they were worth the extra thickness. It was better.
you don't think the new one's better than that?
No, I think the new one is just thinner without the bezels. And I like the bezels. The bezels give me something to hold on to.
What about battery life, though?
Well, it should be the same, and it's thinner, so the batteries are smaller. They went into detail at the keynote that the batteries are smaller. So don't you think the iPad Air's performance is going to be affected at all?
Well, I think you're also forgetting, though, that you have the 64-bit A7 processor in there.
Right.
So you've got that. It's going faster. It's doing more work. The fact that they're able to squeeze out the same amount of battery life is pretty impressive, don't you think?
Well, that's yet to be seen because as of this taping date, the actual iPad Air is to be released in about 4 days on Friday. So it's yet to be seen whether or not the performance will be the same battery life.
Something interesting that came out of the new MacBooks that they announced and were able to test, and with the new battery life in them, is that they're getting actual real-world benchmarks of about 12 to 13 hours. So that's something that, I mean, I would count on the battery in this lasting quite a bit. But then again, as you said, it's not in the real world yet. We have nothing solid to nail down on it.
Yeah.
But Retina iPad Mini.
Yes, I was very surprised to hear that the screen resolution was the same as the Retina display full-size iPad. That kind of blew my mind that they were able to squeeze all those pixels into that tiny little space. I was like, well done, Apple. Well done.
What surprised you the most about that?
Well, seeing as how they went from the same
Form factor?
specs as the iPad 2, which is still alive, surprisingly.
Yeah, the pricing point of that is what gets me the most, because the pricing point is $399,
Yep.
and the full-size iPad is $499, or the iPad Air, I should say. And then you have the iPad Mini, the new iPad Mini Retina display, at roughly the same price as the iPad Generation 2, which they're still selling.
Well, I thought the iPad 2 was $299.
$299, that's what it is.
$299. Yeah.
And then for $100 more, you can get the Retina iPad Mini. Overall thoughts?
Positive on the Mini. Just back and forth on, just negative on the
Air.
Air.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty positive about it. I'm not going to upgrade my Generation 3, but
I've got my Mini and I'm happy with it. There's no need to add a Retina display to a device that I'm not really using to look at highly sophisticated and pretty images.
no kidding. And talking about pretty images, we've got some information on some 3D printers coming up after the break. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Welcome to SUTV News.
Welcome to SUTV News.
Welcome to SUTV News.
SUTV News is a production of the Bison Information Network, North Dakota State University's student-run television station. We promise to bring you all the latest news and sports from the campus of North Dakota State University. Watch SUTV News on Cable 1 Channel 14, brought to you by Stop and Go.
Jitters is your home for quality coffee drinks. Whether you crave an espresso, iced coffee, mocha, or macchiato, Jitters has just what you need. Now featuring breakfast foods like caramel rolls, bagels, and more, be sure to get your day started right. Located on 12th Avenue North, Jitters has a friendly, relaxed atmosphere with Wi-Fi capability to get all of your studying done on time. Get your fix only at Jitters.
Hey, I'm Mariah, and I'm at Bus because not only does it save me money, but with 20 different routes, it makes getting around Fargo much more convenient. I'm at Bus. Do you?
Welcome back. We've got another great Kickstarter segment for you. This week we're going to be covering not one but two Kickstarters. Nobody expected that.
We were because we planned it.
I guess, yeah, we were expecting that.
Yeah.
But the audience was expecting that. We have, starting out, some 3D printing technology. I think this is something you were...
This is something that I'm really fascinated by, 3D printers. And this is one of the big problems with 3D printing technology and 3D modeling is that it's very inaccessible to the average user. And this is a Kickstarter called 3DaVinci, where this company is trying to create a much more user-friendly interface for creating and modeling 3D objects to be used for printers. The file formats it'll use are primarily the ones that are being used by the MakerBot, which is the universal 3D modeling, file format is what it's using. So that's what that's going to use. And then on Kickstarter as well, there are just tons of different customizable 3D printers being kickstarted.
No kidding. And something that I think is becoming more common knowledge now is that at NDSU we're going to be getting more 3D printers.
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. But 3D printing software now, I guess that as a user of Google SketchUp, I didn't think it was that tough to use. I mean, of course, it's not going to be easy because it took an entire 200-page manual to figure it out. But over time, don't you think people will be able to kind of just figure it out as they go?
Well, the idea of this program is that a person with basic computer knowledge would be able to just sit down at this program and model out something basic.
what would you make if you had a 3D printer?
If I had a 3D printer, I would probably print off all of my keys.
All of your keys?
I would remake all of my keys, keep all of my keys on a hard drive. That way, anytime I lose a key or have any problems with my keys, I could just print off a new one.
What would you print, Ben?
I have yet to think of a use for a 3D printer until now, because Tony's idea is brilliant.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, because apart from Tony's idea, I can't think of a good reason to have a 3D printer, but that's just me.
I know one of the uses that we thought of when we looked at the NDSU MakerBots was that we wanted to create new clips for our shotgun mics on our portable cameras that we use here at the bin, because those are getting a little bit broken down.
Well, if something breaks, if you lose a Lego,
Yeah.
you could print those. Think of that. I mean, you got to think of everything here.
Yeah.
I want to see the day when we come to an age like Star Trek where you can just make whatever you need.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
You were talking about earlier today 3D printing cells in human cells.
Yeah.
Obviously, you haven't had maybe as much time as you'd like to look into it, but yeah, 3D printing cells.
Yeah, that's a big thing actually. And if you look at ScienceDaily.com, they had an article about this last week, and they're able to make bio-ink from living cells now, and they're manufacturing it into 3D printers. So we're getting to an age where, I mean, yeah, you could just print what you have for like products and stuff, but if like my ear gets cut off, we could just print a new one for me and stitch it back on.
As opposed to having to grow it on a little mouse, like
Exactly,
that other
yeah.
science.
Yeah.
That other science breakthrough was.
With stem cells, yeah.
Yep.
That was a big deal. But 3 DaVinci, I mean, I like where they're going with it. It'll be pretty easy to use, I think, in the end.
I'm
as far
hoping
as 3D
so.
modeling software goes, you don't have to learn something entirely new. Well, you will, but it'll be easy. But that's just one type of thing. Ben, you look like a kind of guy who likes good morning beverages.
Yes, I do. It's typical for me to wake up, put the kettle on, and make myself a pot of tea. And this mug was made with me in mind, because I can brew my tea, put it in the cup, and wait for it to cool off so I can, say, get dressed or hop in the shower. By the time I get out, I can look at my mug. Yep, it's at the perfect temp to enjoy. I hate waiting for my beverage to cool. I just do because I like, ooh, tea, I want to drink it. But I burn my tongue and it hurts. So with this, it's like, oh, it's too hot, I'll wait for a moment.
And I think, I'm sorry, but one of the biggest things that I've seen with this product is that not only does it tell you how hot it is, but it doesn't take batteries. That was the big thing that got me.
That is awesome. I do love that.
I think that was the biggest selling point.
So it's powered by the heat of the beverages?
I would assume it uses thermodynamics to its advantage, yes.
Yep.
At least that's what the video said. So yeah, it uses just the heat from that. It runs on no batteries, and then it has the LED strips on the side. So which one of the two, if you had to choose one, which would you choose to use?
I want a 3D printer, but obviously we were talking about software there. I still definitely want to try out that software once it's completed.
Fair enough.
I want my coffee mug.
I'm going to get the 3D printer and print a coffee mug. That's my goal. But I think that with this time of the year, it's almost Halloween. People are going through corn mazes, or should I say kern mazes, because coming up, we've got a great game called Kern Me, and we're going to be playing it with some special rules, so stay tuned.
Jitters is your home for quality coffee drinks. Whether you crave an espresso, iced coffee, mocha, or macchiato, Jitters has just what you need. Now featuring breakfast foods like caramel rolls, bagels, and more, be sure to get your day started right. Located on 12th Avenue North, Jitters has a friendly, relaxed atmosphere with Wi-Fi capability to get all of your studying done on time. Get your fix, only at Jitters.
Your campus, your news, your sports, your way. SU TV 84. When you're on the go, we're always there. When you need your campus updates, we have them your way. Bison sports updates, campus news. And when you have a second, we're always there. Stay updated, catch highlights. But when you need your biggest news,
This is an SU TV News Update, brought to you by the NDSU Bookstore. This is SU TV News, and it starts now.
your campus station, SU TV 84.
We're Force fans because we love coming to the games. It's very affordable and the whole family enjoys it.
We're Forest fans because we enjoy coming to the Forest games. It gives us something to do and look forward to every week.
This is Force Hockey.
Hey, and welcome back. I think we've got a great game that we're going to play coming up here.
I feel like you have an unfair advantage being a web designer
Why is that?
because it's all about design and having a good eye for things.
Well, we'll all have our fair chances coming up here. The game we are going to play is called Kern Me. It's an educational game, and some people probably just shuddered that are watching it. But what you do is you try and space your letters evenly to make a nice image. We've got a couple of rules today. First rule is highest percentage in the end wins, so we're going to keep track of that. The second rule is the more jokes you can write, or more puns, I should say, that you can make using the word kern, the more you will win. So I guess those points really don't matter, but
Well, like
actual
you said, the
percentages
rules
do.
are made up and the points don't matter at the beginning of the show.
Thinking about last week when I beat you guys in Duck Hunt, how are you guys going to come back with full vengeance for us?
I don't think we'll be able to.
Well, we can try, so let's get started. We're going to pull up the server here. So currently, I guess I can go first, being that I kind of have an unfair advantage according to Tony. So all you do is you drag the letters into place, and then you click compare. And if your letters are accurately placed, you will get a percentile based on that. So let's see how I did here. Oh, that wasn't very well done. So, font kerning, I guess I can explain it, is the spacing of your fonts, and different letters will space differently next to each other. For example, an A and a W will be a little bit closer together than, say, a P and an E. And if your font, or if your individual letter is if it's a different style, or if it's capital or lower, or if it's behind or in front of a different letter,
It all matters.
Exactly. Every little detail matters. So that's where we're going with this Kern Me situation. Oh, that one was bad. My web design teacher actually scored a 99% on this, so it gives us something to aim for. How does he do it? I don't know. He said he was going for 100%, but
So close and yet so far.
Exactly.
99%.
oh man. What do you guys think of this game, having had a chance to play it for a little bit?
It was strangely challenging when I played it in the back room a little
Isn't it?
while earlier.
It's a challenging game. If it's your first time especially. You're only given 10 letters to do, but oh yeah, that one's pretty bad. It's kind of stressful. If you just Google search Kern Me, it's the first result you're going to get, so you'll be able to check it out and play it for yourself. It's kind of a Kerny game. But yeah. Do you guys know of the Google Easter egg with Kern?
Doesn't it affect the kerning of all the letters if you
Yeah.
type in kerning?
Yep. If you type in kerning on Google, it'll affect the results. All the letters they're spaced more evenly. This one is kind of funny. I remember this one. So check that out for yourself. Go to google.com, type in kern or kerning, and check out the results for yourself. Let's see, Quijo. What's that word even mean? Kijodi? How do you pronounce that? Have you ever heard that word before?
Looks like a weird way to spell coyote to me.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh, I just sank.
Gargantuan failed.
Gargantuan. I remember this one.
This one I had trouble with when I.
Really?
Yep.
The first time I ever did this, I just nailed this word and got 100%. But I don't think I'm going to do so well this time around. It's tougher to see because the screens we have are a little bit further away. But I'm not going to complain. I enjoy this. So I feel that I should mention this. There are two other websites or 2 other games on this website that are the goal of this website is to help teach design to coders. And I feel like this website, I don't even know what percentage I got.
I don't either.
Infinite percent. Infinite percent.
It was still counting up when it changed.
Yep.
Toronto.
I think somebody's messing with me. It's like those messing with Sasquatch videos.
Ah.
Have you ever seen those?
Of course we have.
Don't take Sasquatch's beef jerky. But yeah, like I was saying, there's 2 other games on this website that aim to teach people design, and one of them deals entirely with color, so that the colors you put into the website are, you try and match them to your, it gives you a color and you have to match it, that's what it is. And then the other one is all shape styles. So you try and correctly angle shapes and stuff. That one's really fun. That one is really tough too, though. Oh no!
Wow.
0 out of 100. That's gonna affect me. 76 out of 100.
76.
I guess we'll try again. Tony or Ben, who's gonna go?
I'll
Tony?
go first, I guess.
This is all you. I feel it's also fair to mention that if you have an iPad or another multi-touch device, you can actually play this game with multi-touch. So it's kind of fun to manipulate the letters like that. Oh, there's also keyboard shortcuts where you can use a keyboard. We don't have a keyboard out here, so obviously we can't do that, but if you were to have a keyboard, you could use it. What do you think of this game, Ben?
83%.
I think it's I think it's an OCD person's dream or nightmare, depending how you look at it.
No, it's definitely a dream because when I fall asleep, I think of this.
Really?
So, oh no.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess I could.
You liar!
I tell no lies. I really want to make some kerned pies.
Oh yeah.
It's like a corn joke, get it?
Huh?
Like I replaced the word corn with kern.
I get it.
He gets it.
Hey Adam, isn't your dad a colonel?
Well, he's a retired colonel. Yeah. I don't think that joke works because that's like the same pronunciation.
Oh well.
I mean, maybe it works, but oh well. Yeah, he is. Thanks for bringing that up, I guess. Tony, don't you like to farm kern?
I don't mind kern.
Kern in a kern. I feel like that could kind of work.
That's not right.
Tony, do you know what's funny?
What?
You see how your face is on the screen right now?
Yes.
Ooh. Here, this is Ben's hand. Ooh. Not really, that was still my hand.
Yeah.
People won't know. That's the fun thing with this picture-in-picture deal. You can have so much fun with it.
You call it fun.
What would you call it?
I don't know.
I would-
I guess I would still call it fun.
Yves, that's how you say yes in Germany.
Is it?
Ben, you speak German, don't you?
I speak a little German.
I thought it was just ja.
Yeah.
Ja.
It is, yeah. I don't know what Yves is.
I don't know what language that is even. Royce. I don't know how it picks these words, to be honest.
It's been the same words for you and me, so.
It's not like they're randomly generated. Same with the shape generator and the color generator. It's always going to be the same ones, although the color generator will be easier to program. If you look at the code behind this website, it's actually pretty impressive with how they're doing it. Because I was thinking, well, if I were to code this, I guess I would have the side 2 letters always in place. You can't move those. And then you just measure the X location on the axis for all the letters. but really it goes more in depth with that, where it measures like 52 different points. It measures the individual points. Ooh, hey, maybe I won't do so badly today. The question is, can you get Quixote?
Coyote?
Coyote?
I'm gonna call Coyote.
Quixote.
I feel like I've got to pay attention to where it would become cursive a lot. You know what I mean? Like I gotta make these two things line up.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's how you do the font spacing. But I mean, usually there's a mathematical formula, and let me double check it. But you can actually calculate the kern't spacing, like when you're planting your field. Not really, but there is actually a formula to.
It's actually kernel spacing.
Oh, get it, Tony?
Yeah, like your dad.
No, like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh.
What?
The Colonel? No?
Oh, I guess we all don't get the joke.
It's funny because only I get it.
Right.
Isn't that how all good jokes work?
Sure.
Yes.
You're the GM. Why not?
I'm just another kid, but we should have a fan mail section. We'll have a poll on the website later tonight, and if you think we should have a fan mail letter or letter section segment, we'll open up a poll for that.
I think it'd be a bunch of fanboys just writing in, "You don't believe in Apple completely? What are you?"
It'd be letters from Ben. Speaking of letters, Tony's spelling out Toronto here. Not Ontario, not anything else, but Toronto. Let's see how he does.
Toronto, the gateway to the north.
Ooh, Tony, that one hurt.
Yeah, it did. One more.
Xylophone. And if you'll remember, I had mine too far right, so don't make the same mistakes I did. So before the show, we were singing a little song. What was it?
Please don't.
I'm not going to sing it on air. Maybe for like a blooper reel, we'll do that. It was, what was the song? I can't remember the name now.
Oh, that just went. And I'm at 74. What did you have again?
76.
Ben, you have to dethrone the king.
Click the try again down there.
Nah, graphic.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there's a graphic in the way, I guess, but whatever.
2 points, that doesn't mean anything.
Okay, this is...
Oh, yes, it does. Ben's just going to, like, smoke us wash. He's going to get, like, 100%.
Actually, this is my first time playing.
You've never played this?
I've never
I thought we
played
let you
this.
play this once already.
No.
Oh, no.
No, this is the first time I've ever heard
He
of
was
kernel
too
base.
busy making kern jokes.
And failing epically. I was actually studying for a test, so I have a good reason for my failure tonight.
Well, I hope you don't fail your test.
Well, not the test, obviously. I'm going to pass that with flying colors.
Uh-oh. Is that the same class I have with you?
Yes,
Well,
that did not work.
Ben, a test
your
rewards
first
you
one.
once. Good kerning is a gift that keeps on
yeah.
giving.
You'll be able to write your test with excellent font types. And in
Only
the
if I
test,
can type it.
you can circle the letters that are not kerned properly. You'll start noticing it, actually, after you play this game more and more. You will notice, like, when fonts are out of alignment.
Stop that mouse. Stop it.
Ben's going to try his best here.
Focus.
With the keyboard, the game's a lot easier, I should mention.
Sure, now you
Using
tell me.
left and right arrows. Well, none of us had the keyboard, so.
It's because you played this game before.
My
Sour grapes.
Ouch. Ooh. I don't know. You just scored an 82 on that one.
Yeah.
And it's also this is also a good website to get fonts from. Well, not to get fonts from, but to like look at different fonts because they have some pretty cool ones that they demonstrate on here. I like this Holly one especially.
Yeah, that's very
Oh,
cool.
so these are all the names of the fonts themselves?
No,
or-
because this typeface is Slab Black, I think. So if you actually look on the bottom, it'll tell you. So let's zoom in. Yeah, that's Slab Black. Sure enough. That would actually. Well, could you imagine trying to kern Slab Black? That'd be tough.
That'd be very long.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you have spaces to contend with.
Ooh, 83. Yeah, I get the feeling Ben's going to win this one.
Nah. Don't count your chickens till you're hatched. Till they're hatched, wow.
Are you seriously looking up corn puns on your laptop.
Hey, did you hear about that horse with a font coming out of its head? It was a unicorn. Yeah, yep.
Oh, got him.
I know, these jokes all suck.
Okay. Although that's a corn joke.
Oh, you're right.
Not a kern joke.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
We'll keep looking these up and see what we can come up with, because these points don't actually matter. The points that you're working on do. Hey, why doesn't anybody get Tony's jokes?
Because he hasn't made any yet.
Oh, no. You got the 100%.
Yeah. I had 100% too, and I still lost to you. So there's
True.
still. Let's just keep Ben's confidence low while he goes into these.
Come on, Mouse.
What does Chuck Norris do when he wants popcorn?
My mouse.
Uh-oh, I think our mouse is dying here. That's
Don't
okay, because
die,
we have a
mouse.
backup plan.
Stay with me, mouse.
We'll use something called remote desktop that you can use right here, Ben. Ben's going to have the new advantage of being able to use a keyboard now, so lucky Ben.
Okay.
Yves. I still don't know what that word means. I feel like I should Google these.
Yes.
So random question. Favorite font?
Avenir next.
Avenir next? That's a good one.
I'm gonna say something just to make you mad.
Don't say Comic Sans.
It's exactly what I was gonna say.
Tony.
No one likes Comic Sans.
Yeah, they do. Why do you think it's on all these signs? No way, he got another 100%. Yeah, we're doomed.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, I'm not using the keyboard. I'm just using the touch
Yep.
pad. Because I'm nice like that.
Might be a little bit easier to control. I don't know. I think
Well, you had full batteries to contend with, and I
that's
was.
true. That's very true. But we'll see. We'll see what the final score is.
Yeah.
Royce. Underneath, when you click compare and it gives you your final score, you can't see it because there's a picture in the way. But when we click compare, you'll be able to see that it says original and then it says the correct one or the correct spacing, and you can click on them and go between the correct spacing and your spacing to see how it looks.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose between Minecraft and this game,
I don't know. Minecraft's pretty fun.
I'd probably pick Minecraft, you're right. This game is fun occasionally.
Although in the pilot episode, we did play Minecraft.
You fell down a hole.
No, I was digging the hole, and a creeper fell in next to me and blew me up.
You would have won if it weren't for that.
Yeah, I would have. I did. I did make it to bedrock. That was the goal. I made it. Till the stupid creeper went down the hole and blew me up.
Yep. Those darn creepers. Coyote. I still don't know how to pronounce him. Baskerville Italic. That's a pretty common font.
Yeah.
Tony, what's your real favorite font?
I've actually taken a liking to the official font of the Bison Information Network, which is Avenir. I've been using it for just about everything I use that doesn't require Times New Roman because of school.
Avenir's a pretty good font.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I would go with you on that, except I like, I don't know, see, the thing is, I don't know if there is one font that I would have to declare as the best. I would say the font called Dodge or the font called Code. Those are two pretty good ones. Oh, man.
He's still doing way
Got
better
two
than
left.
us.
Oh.
Or three left, including this one.
Come on.
The heat's on.
It is.
If you play the other two games on this site, the site, I'll bring it up. The name is method.ac. You can just go there and you can learn design methodology from a coder's perspective so that you can learn how to feel design, I guess you could say. So kind of bridging the gap between educational and fun. It's a beta website. It's
Is it
not done yet.
edutainment?
Edutainment, except
Yes.
I don't like it. I don't believe in edutainment because it's either fun or it's not, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, I'm throwing in the towel, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I've still got 2 left. I could epically fail and get a 0 on this one.
I mean, you could, but I don't think that that's going to happen. Judging by the past responses from you.
My past responses so far have been yeah and no.
Yeah, woo-hoo.
Yeah.
I don't get, here's the thing. Why Toronto? Why not like Ontario?
I'm guessing they choose letters based on difficulty, because if you've noticed, they get harder progressively.
That's true.
And they add more letters, so Toronto is probably a good word
I guess.
for
Probably right.
difficulty-wise at this stage.
You got the R and the O next to each other there.
See, on top of design for typing and stuff, they also have to think about design of a game.
Yep.
Adam.
Holy crap.
Uh-oh. Oh.
See what I told you? I told you.
That's still not a 0, Ben.
Yep.
Pretty daring clues.
I
Come
feel
on.
like we haven't made any Kern jokes in a while.
Yeah, maybe it's better that way.
Our viewership dropped drastically. This just in, Tim Cook has new results from the earnings call today.
Woohoo.
That might be something we talk about next week, but that's more of a shareholder thing, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Either of you guys Apple shareholders?
I was. Actually, my old roommate is. But his, obviously the shares dropped quite a bit recently, but still they got him when they were like $20, so.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty.
Long-time users. Long-time shareholders.
$400 extra per share, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
No.
Buy Facebook right now, I'm telling you.
No.
Uh-oh, what is it? This is gonna be a close call. Wow! How do we decide this? We should have made a rule for that. 76 out of 10 tied between Ben and myself. Do we do rock, paper, scissors?
Well, you won last time. Do I win this time?
Ah, why not?
Yeah.
All's fair. All's fair. Well, overall thoughts of the kerning game.
Interesting little game.
Yeah? Let me pull up the other 2 games, actually, so you can see this website. Designed for programmers. How does method of action work? It's got 50 challenges you can do, and they're all kind of small. So they start out with just doing minor things, but then if you go to the bottom, there's the 3 games you can play. We just did kern't type, there's shape type, and then there's color. And they're all pretty accurate games, so you just match the shapes, and you go through, and you try and make them look pretty. So we'll see how that compares. 56. So you can, with this game, of course, just like you could with the last one, you can see the original and how you did it. This one's a bit tougher to demonstrate, but there's the same concept with the color thing. But overall, pretty fun game. So if you like to learn, oh, I see. They counted as a half win. That's a good. That's a good scoring way.
Yeah, I like that.
That's why they get paid the big bucks back there.
Yeah.
Yep. We're making billions of dollars off of this show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Next week on Let's Play, any ideas? No?
Not yet.
Well, as always, I would say let's play Infinity Blade, but I don't think you guys are going to let me. So, coming up next, though, we get to talk about Infinity Blade. So we're all winners here today. Stay tuned.
Computers and other technology have become central components of modern university life. At NDSU, the Help Desk can assist students with many of their technology needs. So let's talk tech.
Staffed by both students and full-time employees, the NDSU Help Desk can be found in 3 locations on campus. The first is located downtown in Berry Hall 270, the second in the main library near the reference desk on the first floor, and the final and main help desk is located in IAC 150. In addition to on-location assistance, the Help Desk also offers support by phone at 701-231-8685, by email at ndsu.helpdesk@ndsu.edu, and by online live chat accessible on the Help Desk website. Help Desk consultants can assist with the setup and maintenance of NDSU online services including Blackboard, Student Office 365 accounts, your NDSU electronic ID, as well as your North Dakota University System Campus Connection account. Additionally, the Help Desk offers support connecting your computer to both the NDSU wireless networks and NDSU Go Print stations. Besides technical assistance, the Help Desk also provides large-scale printing services. Students can print posters up to 36 or 42 inches wide on high-quality glossy satin or matte finished papers. Finally, the NDSU Help Desk also provides an equipment checkout service at no cost to students. Equipment available for checkout includes laptops, digital camcorders and cameras, desktop speakers, audio recording equipment, and more. All equipment reservations are done online from the Help Desk website. For more information about Help Desk services, stop by one of the 3 locations or check out the Help Desk website, www.ndsu.edu/its help_desk.
Hey, welcome back. I think it's time for the app of the week.
Yeah, it is.
This isn't really a week application, though, because it's got some pretty intense graphics. This week we're looking over Infinity Blade, and only Infinity Blade 1, much to my disappointment. There are 3 games in the series. This is the first one. Tony actually just started playing it a little bit ago. What are your first thoughts, Tony?
Incredibly good graphics, just a great art style to the game.
And you've only been playing Infinity Blade 1. If you play the second and third games, the graphics get continuously better. They look really nice. They're really sharp. But first impressions of the game, it's kind of tough to learn. It's not really tough, but it is a bit tougher than most games.
Yeah, I'm definitely having trouble figuring out how to move around in the game.
So to explain the story to those who don't know it, or the beginning of Infinity Blade, the origins of it, you are tasked with a challenge of going into a large castle, and your goal is to fight the God King, he's called. He's a person who's enslaving everybody in your land, and you are the voice of freedom, so you go and fight him. And he's really tough, so chances are you're going to lose for your first 10 or 15 or 30 matches against him. But you keep going through this castle, you keep getting stronger until you eventually beat the God King and get the Infinity Blade. But I don't want to take too much of the story away. It's a slash and hack game.
Yes. A lot like Fruit Ninja, but with a little more strategy.
As Ben said, Fruit Ninja with a strategy. That was his quote. I'll give you credit for that one today.
Thank you, sir.
So Infinity Blade 1 was released when the iPhone 4 was released, actually. A little bit of trivia there. And it was touted for its extreme console-like graphics.
Yeah.
Why don't we zoom in on, let's show them the game here.
All right.
It is pretty impressive, and I only have Infinity Blade 3 right now. I actually stayed up until the midnight when it was released, and I played it from there. But it was, I mean, it's an exciting game. You can really get into the story of this one. So why don't we, let's face this guy here. So you can see through the cinematic entrance here, the graphics are...
Ignore the smudges that are just created from the glare.
Man, Tony, I remember when I never cleaned my iPad. Oh, it's kind of tough not being able to see it. But
Adam's trying to play while I present it, and it's... Oh, he's actually doing better than I was when I played him normally.
Infinity Blade 1 is really tough because the controls are kind of wonky. Let's see what magic ability you have here. Ice, I like that one. And we'll do a super. So you basically can use magic abilities, and then you're also given the option to use your standard parry, dodge, and block moves. So in the second and third games, you can have different types of weapons, but in the first game, you can only have...
shield and sword.
Yep, shield, a sword, and then a ring. And you can do different types of hits. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Goodbye.
Yep. Oh, no. I'm going to make it through this one. No, I'm not.
Nope.
Yeah. So it's a pretty graphic intense game. If you lose, I mean, you just start the castle over. I'm not going to ruin the story there. Like I said, there's quite a bit that goes into it. Do you like reading books, Ben?
Yeah.
I think you'd like the Infinity Blade books if you read them. Just based on what you've seen, what do you think of the game?
It looks very nice.
And I know you haven't had the chance to play it in depth yet. We're going to get you started on it. And then you'll never sleep again because you're going to be so excited to play it all the time.
Yeah.
You own a console, Tony, right?
I do.
But you don't, Ben.
What you talking about?
Do you own a console?
I own everything back to the Nintendo 64.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's impressive. I own everything before that, so
Oh.
we'll have to
There you
trade
go.
libraries or something. But, so, you're used to the quality of graphics that this game would present then.
Mm-hmm.
But that alone isn't enough to make a game.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be excited to play this game if you saw it for the first time? Well, now what you've seen and what you've kind of dealt with it?
Well, I was super excited to see it back when it debuted on the iPhone 4S, I want to say.
That was the second game.
4S. Was it the second?
That was the second game.
I was super impressed to see the quality of the graphics. It was just amazing. It's like, that's on a phone? It's just crazy. So I was very impressed with the graphics quality.
It's actually funny you mentioned that because one of the achievements in the game that you can unlock is this is on a phone, can you believe it? So they play a little bit of humor with that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the game, Tony?
I'm blown away by the graphics, and I'm a big fantasy buff, so I mean, I think just being able to play this on the go or when I have a few extra minutes here and there, I think I'll probably move through it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot you can do with it. It seems like it's going to be a really linear story path, and it is, but there's a lot you can do with the game. It's a lot of sandboxing, so you can just have fun and mess around. But there's also a lot of grinding too, like training your weapons and stuff.
It reminds me a lot of the old point-and-click adventures during the non-combat part of it, which we didn't look at. You remember old Myst, the old games that were just point-and-click, and you made your way through various mazes and things like that.
Yeah, during the game, there's like hidden treasures and stuff. And you can, it's expanded on in the third game. It's a trilogy, but in the first and second games, there are potions and gold bags hidden all over. And then once you get into the third game, there's like keys and, well, in the second game, there are keys hidden too, but there's potion items hidden around the world. So they've done a lot with it. It's definitely the benchmark for 3D gaming on an iPhone as far as hack and slash adventures go. A similar game that I'm going to recommend just based on these games, if you really like Infinity Blade, 1, 2, and 3, and then you've read all the books, and you're like, well, I am pretty much the best person at this game, check out Batman Arkham Asylum.
Oh.
Or Batman Arkham City is what it is for the iPhone and iPad and iOS systems.
Pretty similar?
It's really similar, but it feels fresh at the same time. And occasionally, these games will go on sale, so you might want to wait to buy them. But yeah, App of the Week.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive?
I would definitely say so.
I would say so too. So looking back on today's show, what's the best part from today's show?
3D printers.
3D printers?
I'm so amazed by them.
Why?
The usability, the fact that it can be used by the average household at some point soon, just to make any old thing, any old tool.
I can see where you're going with that, definitely. I feel like 3D printers, like we need to get 3D scanners more into the market first.
Oh, yes.
So that I can like scan a chair and then print it out.
Yep.
Although we need a pretty huge 3D printer to print out a 3D chair.
If we get a 3D printer that's that large, do you remember those commercials where it always say, like, it's the anti-piracy commercials where you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't steal somebody's purse without you just print out the parts for a car and go from there.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite part, Ben?
Oh, I'd have to say me mocking you about you having Mavericks and it crashing all the time. And I'm still online, which still works just fine.
We will convert you for such an Apple fan. I'm surprised you're not on the newest version.
Hey, that's my work.
Yep, that's a life's work. But thank you for joining us on this week's The Tech Guys show. Be sure to tech in to next week's show. We're going to have some exciting stuff coming up, so thank you.